Oh, it's education day. Action. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Education Day, okay? So what we're gonna be talking about today is mobility and flexibility, okay? A lot of people always wanna try and get, I'm sorry, I don't wanna say it like that. People believe that more mobility and more flexibility is crucial. And the more mobility and or flexibility, because people use it synonymously or interchangeably, the more you have, the better it will be for you and your health when it comes to preventing injury. I'm not gonna disagree with that, but the issue is how we achieve getting more mobility and or flexibility. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is that if you just static stretch, what's static stretching, right? You're like, well, stretching, right? Everything's stretching, and then they say dynamic stretching, and it's like, wait a second. So let's just talk about static stretching. So static stretching is when you're taking your arm and you're pulling it past a position that you can flex to. So for me right now, I can flex to here. So baseball for so many years, we did this one. Pull it across, you feel that tug, good, Curtis. And then it'd be like over top, bend your arm, that's as far as they go, and they say pull on that sucker, right? Those are passive type motions. Now the issue is if you cannot flex into that position, right, that's not active mobility or flexibility. The goal is to achieve better control of your system when it comes to getting more flexibility or mobility, right? So we've got to do that in an active manner, okay? So if I'm thinking about this, a way to change the frame of reference of increasing flexibility or mobility, because flexibility, if I break it down, is the ability to flex into a position. And if you're pulling your body with static stretching into positions that you can't actively get into, you are putting yourself in a scenario where you're weaker, okay? If you're jamming your body into positions so that it can't get into, that's not a good thing. It doesn't mean we shouldn't work on achieving better positions. Like an example is a squat. If some people are like, man, I can only get this far. Okay, I can only get this far. No, let's go a little bit lighter or load your body differently. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, I can get lower, right? Whatever it is. You do want to work on getting that, but you want to do it in an active manner versus passive, right? So like another analogy I give people when I meet with them, like, oh, well, I want to get more mobility, blah, blah. Flexibility is like, okay, cool, that's fine. And I asked them this question: if I was to punch you in the face, bam, right? Would that hurt? And they'd be like, yeah, dude. But then I told them, if you grabbed my wrist and you pulled my hand towards your face and you controlled how much impact it got to your face, would it hurt as much? And they'd be like, well, no, because I'm controlling that. That's exactly what we want to be doing. We want to teach your body how to control the forces and positions that it gets into. That's the difference. So when it comes to increasing mobility and or flexibility, we've got to change our frame of reference. So let me finish it off with this. A lot of people say, this is a big measurement for a lot of people, is I can't touch my toes, right? I feel my hamstrings. Last time I was talking about essentially the different types of contractions that our body does, right? In that scenario of me trying to touch my toes, my hamstrings are the braking system, or they're lengthening or doing a plyometric, right? Or some people say an eccentric contraction. Totally get that. So if I want to work on being able to pull my body into that position, what muscles should I be thinking about that help me get to that position? And me going like this probably gave it away, but it's your abs, your rectus abdominis, and your hip flexors, and also probably like your rectus femoris, which is kind of like a knee extensor. Also, it's also hip flexor. But if I think about doing that and flexing my abs, right, which I'm pretty mobile, but if I flex my abs and crunch in that position, I could probably go further. Also, if I breathe out, I can go further too, because you're not creating that as much tautness in your body. And I'll be honest, in that position, I didn't feel my hamstrings at all. All I felt was this front side of my body contracting to pull me into that position. So start thinking about muscles that pull you into positions. Like if I can't do this, or I can do this on this side, my right arm's like this, I might want to think about, okay, what do I need to think? Maybe I should give myself some resistance. Maybe an isometric where I can flex into that. I'm squeezing into it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I can flex to that position. Because if you're not strong or stable in positions, The beauty is your body prevents you actively from getting those positions. It doesn't mean that you can't. It just means that you need to train it, right? And a lot of exercises only train the mid-range of motion, right? So we don't get a lot of challenge up here, because if I'm like, oh, bring your arm over your head. If I'm like this, gravity's pushing down, there's no resistance. If I'm laying on my side and I'm getting resistance through here, but then if I gotta lift it up and so forth. So that's a whole other topic I'll get into, but don't be so consumed with just getting mobility and stretching and all that kind of stuff. Make sure that your body can actively contract and pull yourself into that position. And on the flip side, it might not be the muscles that are pulling you into that position. It might be that the muscles on the back side or the opposite side of the axis can't lengthen under control. So then how do we approach that? That's for another video. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for your strength day on Thursday.